Okay, yes, I am going to sing this one like a child, and there's a reason for that, and I'll explain why after the song. Somewhere out there beneath the pale moonlight, someone's thinking of me and loving me tonight. Somewhere out there, someone said a prayer that we'll find one another in that big somewhere out there. And even though I know how very far apart we are, it helps to think we might be wishing on the same bright star. And when the night wind starts to sing a lonesome lullaby, it helps to think we're sleeping underneath the same big sky. Somewhere out there, if love can see us through, then we'll be together somewhere out there, out where dreams come true. So that song, real quick, is dedicated to my friend Lisa, down in Oz, Australia. For those of you who don't know that it's called Oz sometimes. I'm still not sure why it's called Oz. So, Lisa, if you see this and feel like educating me, you can, but don't feel like you have to. Sorry, I thought I silenced this and it's still vibrating or something. What are you doing? Okay, hopefully y'all didn't hear any of that. Um, right. So this song is from an 80s movie called An American Tail. I don't think it's not by Disney. It's an animated movie, but it's not a Disney movie. I forget. I looked that up at one point and I've forgotten already who the production company was and all of that, but it's really good. And I've loved this song ever since seeing that movie when I was a child. Sorry, just closing something out. Um, and I've been wanting to sing it for a long time, but as you can see, it's got that one note. And I guess I don't have it anymore. I did have this printed out in a different key at one point. Uh, no, that's the same key. But it was lower, and I don't know, it didn't sound as good. And this one, if I sing it like a kid, and it's a mouse singing it in the movie, so it sounds very high pitched, and it's a child mouse even. So it's very childlike and kiddish and adorable. It's so cute. It's so cute. It's actually like a duet between two siblings that can't find each other. And I didn't realize also, bit of trivia, that this was based on, oh gosh, I don't remember the word or the term for this time period, but it was like early 1900s, I think, when people were fleeing Russia. I think it was Jews fleeing Russia, um, because they were being persecuted there. So this was a family of Jewish Russian mice who are migrating to the United States via a ship, and etc. Adventure happens, one gets lost, and of course they're reunited by the end because it's a children's movie, and why would you not put them back together in the end? But it's actually really sweet, and it's got that song and what's the one? Like the streets are made of cheese. It's just America. I don't know. They're singing about how wonderful they think America is going to be, like what people have told them. Um, yeah, where the streets are made of cheese. Because when you're a mouse, that's like the best thing you could possibly imagine. Um, no cats in America. That's it. No cats in America, and the streets are paved with cheese, or made of cheese, something like that. I'm not gonna sing that one, but you should look it up because it's funny. And clearly, there were cats in America too. Spoiler alert. Anyway, you should watch that movie. And this is going out to Lisa because she lives in Australia, and ever since like being part of fandom, like so starting in the mid 90s, maybe more into the later 90s, when I was making friends online who lived all over the world, this song started meaning more to me because a lot of them I hoped that I would meet someday, and some I have, usually ones from Europe. I don't think I've met any fan friends from Australia, sadly. But me and Lisa always had this kind of like we would joke, like, oh, she's gonna come here, we're gonna go to Universal together and do all the Harry Potter things, or I'm gonna go there and we're gonna do whatever. It was just clearly always in our minds that we were going to see each other someday and spend time together. Unfortunately, Lisa is terminally ill with cancer and doesn't have much time left. So we've both had to make peace with the fact that that's not going to happen. And I don't even know that she's going to have the energy to watch this. And if she did, maybe she just stopped after the song, which is perfectly fine. She knows how much she means to me. I've let her know. Um, and I'm glad that she was brave enough to tell all of her friends what was happening so that we had that opportunity to say goodbye, because she's having to devote all of her energy that she has, which is not much clearly at this stage, to her family, which is 100% what you should be doing, if that's your reality. So don't expect that she's going to get this far, but if she does, once again, Lisa, you know how much I love you and always have ever since we met on the Rainbow Bright mailing list all those years ago. Um, but somewhere out there, this song has, that's, when I was a kid, it was always this like love song, like, oh, somewhere out there, there's someone for me kind of thing, even though that's not the way it's used in the movie. It's actual family that you're far apart from and you want to get back together. Um, but my head turned it into some love song for a little while. But then once I matured a bit, I was like, no, this is friends. I see this as just, or yeah, not even friends. It could be friends or family, just people you love. It doesn't have to be any label. Those people you love that are far away, that you can't physically be with and spend time with. And especially during the pandemic, it's become a song that's been even more on my mind. Um, but still it helps. I don't know. And maybe it's just me that it helps, but this song does help. It's like I realize, with her being Australia, we're not sleeping under the same stars at the same time, but or the same time of year even. Like I guess she's seeing different stars on her side of the world. But the Earth rotates, so I don't know. Somebody educate me. I I got the dumb sometimes when it comes to astronomy. Um, but yeah, but still, the moon. We always have the moon. This has the star, same bright star. We can pretend that the moon is a star. Sure. Uh, they're totally looking at the moon, I feel like, in the movie when they're singing this. I feel like they're looking at the moon when they say that line, but whatever. Um, so yeah, I always think of the moon instead of a star when I think of this song. So even if Lisa and I have been looking at the moon at different times of the day, where it's night for her and day for me, etc. Still, it's the same moon, and it's in the same phase, full or new, waxing or waning, and being just on the same earth, looking at the same sky. Yeah, it doesn't matter that it's a different time of day. It still helps me feel connected to people who are far away. So, and people who are close by even that I can't see as often as I would like, family and friends alike. So, yeah, this has just always been a great song. And right, the reason I had to sing it, did I already say that? I don't know, the kid voice thing, because it's sung that way in the movie, but also because there is obviously a version at the end sung by two adults because it was like the song of the movie and it was played on the radio a lot. I forget who sang it though. Anyway, doesn't matter. Um, is that high note? I cannot hit that high note unless I sing it that way, and even singing it this way, I was struggling. Um, yeah, yeah, you just can't. It's not pretty, but I'm like, I can hit it. It's not gonna be pretty, but I can hit it. And I'm not gonna try to hit it again because that is probably not great on my vocal cords. But it stretches them. It's a good stretch to do some other songs that aren't high, but just it loosens them up a little. I don't know. So maybe it'll help me with the next couple of songs that I may or may not knock out today. We'll see. Um, but I had to start with this one because this is actually the one that I left off with like back that last year when I stopped playing for a good long while after we got Moonchild. This is one that I had been practicing and I just never could quite get it right. I don't know. I had to futz around with it, change some notes, and just keep singing in this key even though I knew it was going to be high. And in the real version, in the movie, after they sing that bridge, I guess, and they get to the final verse, they actually go up even higher. Like I went back down, but they go up. I'm like, there's no way I'm doing that. So yeah, it could have been worse. I'll just say that I spared y'all. I went back down. For those of you who know the song and know the movie well, y'all are like, "Aw, she chickened out." Yes, I did. Be glad I did. But yeah, everybody out there underneath the same moon, bright star, whatever, that I love, and you know who you are, because everyone watching this video, I'm sure. Uh, yeah, just know that I'm thinking of you and wishing we could be together, and hopefully one day we can be, even if that didn't work out for me and Lisa. She's always going to be a part of me, for sure. Always in my heart, always in my mind, as one of my very early Rainbow Bright fan friends who stuck with the fandom, stuck with being my friend all of those years, over 20 years that I've known her. She's a very, very special woman, and the world is very, very much better for having her in it, and it's going to be lesser without her. But all the impressions she has left behind will go on, will absolutely go on through all the many, many people that she touched over her life. So, love you, Lisa, and love you, everyone else. And if there's people close by that you can see, do give them an extra hug, an extra hard squeeze for me. Because there are people around the world that I would love to be able to give a squeeze to that I can't. Okay, okay. And I'm gonna try another song next. Love y'all. Bye.